Hi, I'm John McDonald, and this is the second weekly edition of our Allan Wade Outsourcing Tips, where we help your SMB save money, get more done, and scale teams using offshore outsourcing. This week's tip is outsourcing development offshore worth it in the long run. Are you worried that eventually your software project will come back from wherever the offshore location is? And you'll have to rewrite it. It'll be more expensive than if you had actually done it in-house. It's really a legitimate concern. We've all heard the horror stories, piles of wasted time, money, careers damaged. Yuck, it really doesn't sound like fun to me. And, I've been doing outsourcing for quite a few years, uh, and here's some of the take on why I think this happens. The first one really is a lack of vision. One of the things that happens is that we typically don't like to share our vision with the outsourced team because we think of them as being just a small component of our project, and we give them tasks to do. But without that overall vision, it's hard for them to actually make judgment calls throughout the project. And what you end up with is you end up with band-aid software, right? So there's all kinds of little patches to fill in those gaps of understanding. Really makes for a mess, right? The second reason this happens is because people start too big. You got a great big project to do and you need to hire a team to do it, but the best thing you could possibly do is hive off a very small piece of that project and spend a huge amount of your time working on project governance, project management, policies, vision, making sure that your team really gets acclimated to your style and to your coding standards. So this is what really is missing in a lot of these projects. The third theme that we really need to focus in on is there's time. We need time to acclimate to your project, your team, your vision, right? This team has not been in your building. They've not really benefited from kind of growing up and maturing with your existing team. So there's a lot of catch up to do, and they're used to that. They know that it has to happen, and it needs to be factored into every single discussion, every single project meeting. Finally, and I don't think it's a small one really, which is the lack of project governance, management, and control. So if your organization is not mature when it comes to project management, governance, and control, then those policies and those lacks of control can actually roll over into your offshore team. It's almost a guaranteed failure at that particular point. The climax is boom, right? A project failure. You realize that you've spent an awful lot of money. You've got to pull the project back in-house. Maybe you've got to rewrite the entire thing. You're going to hire an internal team. So this is just like the worst situation that you could possibly go for. Really, it really comes down to a simple thing, as I mentioned before. Starting off with project governance, management, and control. Start small. Include everyone in that vision. Use video and use it a lot. Conclusion, project can be worth it if you start right. If you start small and you integrate the teams together for a common vision. Listen, one of the best things you can do when you're starting off your projects is to get a savings calculation, an estimate of what you can save. I would suggest that you go to our website at savings.allan-wade.com and you use the calculator to begin your journey into offshore outsourcing. And if you are curious about how professional outsourcers work and how we can help you save money, get more done, and scale your team, then reach out to us for a discussion. Thanks.